Today is October 9th, 2024. My name is Rob Carr of Kalamazoo Right to Life. This is Pro-Life Week. Well, you never know what you're going to find in your mailbox. But I just checked my box, and what did I get in the mail? I got something from, not from the word salad queen. No, not from her, but from Right to Life in Michigan Political Action Committee. And this little card is telling me some information I already knew, but I'm going to relay it to you as if you didn't know that she is the most pro-abortion candidate ever to run for president. And even though I like to refer to her as the word salad queen, that pales in comparison to her position on abortion. So let me just read this. It says Kamala Harris is the most radical, abortion-obsessed candidate ever to run for president of the United States. Let me continue here. A woman in Michigan can have an abortion for any reason at any point in her pregnancy. But that is not enough for Kamala Harris. So here we got some bullet points. Beyond supporting abortion through 9 months of pregnancy, Harris even voted against requiring medical providers to care for children born alive after a failed abortion. Okay, number 2. She wants you to foot the bill, voting to force taxpayers to fund abortion. Number 3. Harris opposes the bipartisan Hyde Amendment, saying, quote, I have been firm in my stance on the Hyde Amendment. It must be repealed, unquote. Overturning Hyde would open the floodgates of federal taxpayer dollars to expand unlimited abortion nationwide. And the last point here on this card, Kamala Harris's running mate, Tim Walz, is just as extreme. Their Chicago nominating convention shocked the nation with a free abortion mobile clinic. Remember seeing that large truck outside the convention hall, Planned Parenthood set up to give you free abortions while you're voting for your favorite word salad queen, Kamala Harris. It's time, I'm reading again, it's time to stop the madness. Defeat Kamala Harris on Election Day. And actually, you have another opportunity on October 26th, which is the first day that you can vote early. Well, I mean, you can vote early absentee ballot, but actually, like in person, you can vote early. And there are 4 places in Kalamazoo County where you can vote. I'm going to be talking about that next week, but consider voting early. The Right to Life in Michigan is calling this a march to the polls. We can cast our ballots early and avoid the long lines, and it's just a great way to get that out of the way, cast that pro-life vote early on October 26th or anytime before the November 5th election. So that's Kamala Harris, our dearly beloved word salad queen. I saw this in the news too, 2 days ago, down in Texas, or actually indirectly in Washington, D.C. But the U.S. Supreme Court just ruled or decided not to take up an appeal by the Biden administration regarding this policy that we've talked about before called EMTALA, that stands for Emergency Medical Treatment and Active Labor Act. Now, we talked about that a few months back, dealing with a case coming out of, I believe it was Idaho. But here in Texas, the Biden administration wanted to force Texas to provide abortions for women in emergency situations, quote unquote emergency situations. But the trouble is, the requirement that the Biden people want was going to be in conflict with the Texas pro-life laws already on the books. And, once again, the Biden people went to court to force an abortion agenda on the citizens of Texas. And the state appealed, and the U.S. Supreme Court said, no, 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 Biden administration, you cannot do this. EMTALA does not apply. So what had happened was, back in January, a lower court ruled in favor of the Texas policy about abortion. And then again, that's why the Biden people appealed this. Well, the Supreme Court said, no, 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 no. The lower court ruling stands. We're not going to get involved in this case. The lower court ruling stands. Texas is free to implement or to continue their pro-life policies regarding abortions. And it is a very strict law. I'm not saying that it's not, because we do have about 14 or so states that are very pro-life. Unfortunately, it's not the majority, but at least in big population states like Florida and Texas, pro-life laws are on the books. And that is great news. Well, that's all I really have for today. Remember, be in prayer about this upcoming election, not just at the national level, but in Michigan, because we need to win back at least 2 House seats in the Michigan State House, because we need to stop the Gretchen Whitmer train, abortion agenda train, because if she is able to maintain or work with a pro-abortion majority in the State House and the State Senate. Remember, the State Senate is not up for re-election, only the House. So we're dealing with just the House now. But if she is able to get a pro-abortion majority in the State House come January, she is going to be able to pursue a more aggressive pro-abortion agenda. They want to eliminate parental consent. They want to eliminate informed consent. They want to make sure that taxpayers fund abortions for poor women through the Medicaid program. And the fourth item they really want to do is they want to repeal our ban on assisted suicide. Those 4 things are on their docket in 2025. So if we can win back, if the pro-lifers can win back the State House, we can stop her agenda dead in their tracks. We can do it. We can do it. But we have to win back 2 State House seats. Okay, with that, I'll let you go. I will see you next time.